Philly Boy J here, back with another video, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make what is personally my favorite salad, potato salad. This potato salad recipe is so good. You guys are going to love it. You are going to be making potato salad this way from this point forth. So make sure you go onto my website, PhillyJCooking.com, and you can print out the full recipe with all the detailed instructions, measurements, and any additional information that you feel you may need to know regarding this recipe. It can all be found on PhillyJCooking.com. This is the one salad that I think that people in the States make all year round. You know, other salads like Italian dressing pasta salad or seafood pasta salad, those are salads that people make during the summer, for summer cookouts, during, you know, Memorial's Day, 4th of July, Labor's Day. But potato salad just go with so much, and Americans, we love potato salad. I think potato salad is the king of all salads. So I'm going to show you guys how I make my potato salad, and you are going to love it. Let's talk about the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need some red potatoes. You're not going to need red potatoes. You can use red potatoes, but you can also use other potatoes like Yukon Gold potatoes or Idaho russet potatoes, but I like to use red potatoes. You're going to need a few vegetables. You're going to need green bell peppers, red bell peppers, celery, and onions. I like to use red onions just to give the salad more color. You're going to need some eggs. You can use however many eggs you like. Some people like to use a lot of eggs. I'm only going to be using 2 eggs, and I'm going to use the other 2 for decoration purposes to top my potato salad with. You're going to need some sweet relish. I'm going to be using a combination of mayo and Miracle Whip. I know a lot of people don't like Miracle Whip, so you can just replace that amount with more mayo. You're going to need a little yellow mustard. You can use spicy mustard if you like, and a bunch of seasonings. That's going to really give the salad a lot of flavor and take it up a notch. So let's move on to the first step. Let's go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to peel our potatoes. What you're going to need is a big bowl of cool water. After you peel each potato, place the potatoes in the bowl of cool water to prevent them from changing in color. After all the potatoes are peeled, what we're going to do is slice and dice the potatoes up, and then we're going to boil them, okay? So I'm going to start peeling these big behind potatoes. And when I'm done, this is going to take a while, I'll get back with you guys. Here's our potatoes. What we're going to do now is slice and dice them into medium-sized cube shapes. And you want to make sure that when you slice and dice your potatoes that they're as even in size as possible, because that's going to help them cook at the same rate, okay? So what I'm going to do is show you guys how I personally slice and dice my potatoes. Okay, folks, so I showed you guys how I slice and dice my potatoes in my mashed potatoes recipe video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first cut it in half like this. This is not a very sharp knife. Make sure you're using a very sharp knife. I'm going to turn the potato on the flat side, and I'm going to slice it lengthwise 3 times like this. I'm going to keep them together like that, and I'm going to slice them about 4 times widthwise like this. Okay, and then what I do, because they're kind of long, is I cut them again like this. All right. So make sure you do the same and as you're doing this, place the potato cubes back into the bowl of water. I'll get back with you guys once I'm done all this. Okay folks, so here are my potatoes. What I'm going to do now is drain this funky, dirty water and I'm going to give the potatoes a real nice rinse, okay? So you make sure you do the same. Drain and rinse those potatoes. Okay folks, so what we're going to do now is we're going to boil the potatoes and we're going to cook the eggs, all right? So what you're going to need is a large size pot and a small size pot. You're going to add the potatoes to the large size pot. You're going to cover the potatoes with cool water and you're going to place them over high heat and let them cook until they're a little more tender than fork tender, okay? I want to make sure my potatoes are tender because the last thing I want is to be biting into potato salad that's hard and chunky. And I have had some potato salad before that people made that was kind of tough because they didn't boil the potatoes long enough, okay? So I'm gonna place this pot of potatoes over high heat and I'm gonna let them boil for, I'll say about 45 minutes or so. It really depends on your stove, but I'll let you guys know after. And to the small pot, I'm gonna add the 4 eggs. Then I'm going to add some cold water. I'm going to place the eggs over high heat as well. Once the eggs come to a boil, I'm going to cut the fire off and cover them with a lid and let them continue cooking under the lid. But I'm going to add cold water to the small pot, and I only want the water to cover the eggs by about an inch. Like that there, okay? So make sure the cold water is covering the eggs by no more than 1 inch. Okay, so as you can see, the pot of eggs has come to a boil. Because the eggs are not done, you don't want the pot of water to come to a rolling boil because it's going to cause the eggs to bump up against each other and against the pot, and they will crack because again they're not done. So I'm going to cut the fire off before the water comes to a rolling boil. I'm going to cover the eggs with this lid and let them continue cooking until they're done. Okay folks, so here is our potatoes, and let me just try to pick one up to show you how you know it's done. See that one there? I can easily stick the fork through, which means that it's fork tender. I said I want my potatoes to be a little more tender than fork tender, and that's the way they are because they're kind of all breaking up into small pieces. So I don't want all of my hard work to be in vain. So I'm going to take them out now because you can see that there's a lot of small broken pieces, which means that they are definitely tender and more than just fork tender, which is the way I like them. I'd rather them be mushy than hard. That's for sure. So I'm going to drain the potatoes now. Okay folks, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to chop the eggs up. You don't have to chop them in any particular order. Just make sure you chop them up. Chop them, chop them, chop them. And then we're going to get ready to combine all the ingredients. And this is my favorite part of the recipe, especially salads, because that means that the salad is almost done. So I'm going to chop these eggs up like this. And then we're going to combine everything together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the seasoning to the dish of mayo and Miracle Whip. And I'm going to go ahead and add the relish. And the mustard. And I'm going to whisk it in first. I don't know why I had the spatula inside the bowl, but I'm going to whisk it in really well like this. Smells so good. Okay, now I'm going to add the eggs. And I'm just going to throw in the vegetables as well. The chopped onions, peppers, and celery. And I'm going to fold this in. It smells so good, golly. All right. Okay, guys, and last but not least, I'm going to add the potatoes. I'm going to add half of them. Going to fold them in. Look at that. I'm going to add the remaining potatoes. Guys, you have got to try this recipe. This potato salad recipe is the bomb. And it may seem loose to you, but the potatoes are going to absorb all of this once I place it in the refrigerator to chill. It will stiffen up some more. So you want to make sure that whatever salad you're making, that it goes into the refrigerator kind of on the loose side. Look at that. This is potato salad, guys.